Hey guys, KingBallers16 here, back with another video. In this video I'll be going over my first full drawn of Pica, one of my newly created original characters. In this video I'll go over the process of making this piece, the potential return or discontinuation of my sketching videos, and what I'm working on at the moment. I think Pica is probably the cutest character I've made. I think the only ones that can compete would be Chucky's Lala, which you guys will see in next week's video, or at least the reference sheet for him. You guys have seen him in the sketching video. And Kiwamete Kete, who is Hontoni Kete's little brother, who's also 15. By the way, Pica is supposed to be 15. Pica is the second youngest in the cast of 4, that being her, Switia, Griff, and Chucky. Chucky is the youngest. He's supposed to be 11 or 12. I'll figure that out when I actually provide more information on the characters, because at some point I will do that. And because she's 15, and because all these characters start out in the regular world, Pica is in school. So because Pica is in school, the Speedpaint is in school. And the reason why this piece is called Locker Troubles is not necessarily because she's having trouble with her locker. I really didn't plan much out. I just made a pose and then I created a setting. It's just that she's near lockers because, again, she's in school. I think I've made that very clear. So generally the background is made before I continue with the character. If I did not do a sketch, I would basically do a doodle, then I would do a sketch, then I do a background, then I continue with line art, the flat colors, shading, lighting, filters, etc. Since I already have the sketch, what I do is when I import the sketch into the canvas, I just upload the image into have it on its own layer. I then just create the background entirely, and then I continue with the drawing of the character. I'm sure you guys have seen that for some of my previous videos in which I'm using sketches. For reference sheets, it's a completely different thing because I'm not making sketches of the characters, obviously. I create a doodle to figure out what their body type's going to be like. Then I create a sketch so I can figure out their face, eyes, clothing, all that. So, yeah. I decided to do a pouting expression for Pica because I did something similar in the actual reference sheet, and I wanted to convey that sort of pouty, immature, bratty sort of emotion in her. So that's why she's kind of pouting. She has her eyes closed. And I experimented with some filters, wanted to give a slightly different look to the final product. And I haven't drawn Pica since the making of this video, so I'll talk more about what I'm going to work on in the future, or what I'm working on currently, in the last section of this video before the outro. Lately I haven't felt the motivation to do sketching videos as I've been doing. There are a few reasons for that. One, I don't consistently make sketches as I did back when I started making the sketching videos, and two, in terms of the content of the videos, it's not very different from my full-on speed paints. So that's why I'm thinking that I might just scrap the sketching videos, and you guys only see videos on Wednesdays when I'm doing certain art challenges. And when I do art challenges, I will do them in my sketching style rather than a full-on speed paint, because it takes longer, and most of the sketches I make, in terms of total drawing time, I can do in under an hour. So the decision isn't set in stone. I have some sketches that I have an interest in showing on the channel that I have not shown yet. They're already on Discord, in my Discord server, and the other Discord servers I'm in. And I'm doing some requests on DeviantArt, but I'll talk more about that in the current project section of this video. Maybe the sketching videos will be replaced with challenge videos, like I just said, in which I use my sketching style in order to complete certain art challenges. So that's why when you guys see the sketches and the videos have a different vibe in comparison to my regular speed paints, or at least the idea is that I want to add something to the sketching videos in some way, or change the way they're formatted so they are fundamentally different from my regular speed paints, in which I showcase a speed paint, I commentate on the process, and I commentate on other aspects, whether it's my channel, or I commentate on anime, or I commentate on real life stuff, whatever it may be. I want the two types of videos to be different. Right now there's a lot on the plate that I want to accomplish, and we'll just start going one at a time. So in the last section I talked about DeviantArt requests. DeviantArt is an art platform just like Newgrounds. Twitter, there is an art thing for Twitter, but Twitter by itself is not an art platform, but I do post on Twitter, obviously. So one person requested me to make an artwork for them. I did that, I posted it on DeviantArt, and since then I've been consistently getting requests from a multitude of different people, and I've also been getting some new DeviantArt followers. At the moment of this video, I believe I've completed a total of 4 different requests. 2 of them were requested by the same person, so I've done requests for 3 different people as of now. I believe I have 4 or 5 requests that I have yet to complete. So there's that. The second thing I was thinking of doing are photo manipulations. I'm not sure if I talked about this in a previous video, but I've been inspired by Benny Productions to sort of look into photo manipulation videos. I randomly saw one of his videos, my recommended, and since then I've subscribed. I've watched a lot of his photo manipulation videos. That's what he does. I've seen a guy named Phase Runner. There's a guy named Encreate, E-N Create. His name means enjoy creating. So, and another thing that I looked into is custom NBA 2K covers. If you guys have been around the channel, you guys know that I post, back in the day I posted 2K content. I did 2K16, 2K17. I don't think I posted 2K18. I've also played 2K20. 2K20 is the last 2K I played. Anyway, I've seen some custom covers that people have made. They've even looked at this one tutorial. The only problem with the tutorial I looked at is the guy wasn't speaking English. But when he was using Photoshop, he was using the English version, but he was speaking in a completely different language, and he sounded like one of the minions from Despicable Me. But forget that. The point is, I want to redesign some NBA 2K covers, make my own custom covers, and I want all of them to feature none other than King James. As I've mentioned, I'm sure I've mentioned this at least once before, he is by far my favorite player. He is also the greatest player of all time, the greatest athlete to have ever been born, the greatest human being to have ever graced the planet. But I digress. Another thing I want to look into are stick figure animations. There's this guy named Mickey Animations. He uses stick nodes and he creates like full body stuff, which is amazing, because if you guys have used stick nodes, it's generally limited to stick figures, but he's gone well beyond the realm of just stick figures. Point is, his latest stick tournament video inspired me to give stick animation another shot. I tried a full body animation, which I may or may not release, but it's a character you guys haven't seen on the channel yet, so you guys are going to have to see the reference sheet first, and then maybe I'll upload that animation. So, but honestly, it was too stiff for my liking, and hopefully I can use it as a jumping off point to continue my overall improvement in animation. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, check out my Twitter and Discord, both are in the description. If you want to know what I'm currently doing or thinking about, those 2 places are the best places to go. I will see you guys next time.